I believe integrated reporting is incredibly important as it provides a fantastic opportunity to remodel the corporate reporting system. And I think reporting is so important to the dynamics of wealth creation and society's expectations of business that for us not to change the current model would be, an enormous mistake, and in fact something that the next generation would look upon us very unfavourably. In particular, I would highlight that I think the mainstream reporting model today has become too complicated, too voluminous, and sadly it's increasingly difficult to see the wood for the trees. And I see that the opportunity to integrate mainstream reporting with sustainability reporting, which again has had its own problems because it's not focused on the issues which are strategically important to a company or the risks which need to be identified around its future and its longevity. That if we put these two elements of reporting together, we do have the opportunity not only to ensure that the reporting model is enhanced, but it's actually streamlined at the same time. That is my great hope. I think the biggest challenges are behavioural. It is going to be difficult for us to break the current system because it is so entrenched and there is so much friction around it. And it will require all the key stakeholders to rethink their role. In particular, my own profession, the accounting profession, are going to have to rethink what it means to measure business performance and how even financial reporting is going to have to change. But I do see them almost having a broader role to play. I think the investment community, again, need to become more challenging in the information that they need to see to make the right business decisions. And I hope that corporates in this whole sort of change of dynamic can realise that this is a great opportunity to gain competitive advantage, and that I sense that many companies are already realising this fact, but clearly we need to make sure that the majority of companies see that this is an opportunity, not a threat. Again, I think we've got to be very focused on the system that we currently have today and some of the barriers and the incentives which certainly the barriers that are there which we need to try to deal with. I'm not sure the incentives are there at the moment to ensure the stakeholders do step up to the plate. So I do think we have to unbundle the things which are causing the lack of change, the lack of innovation that's currently taking place, and at the same time realise that it is a behavioural issue, and the more that we can get to the incentives that will get key stakeholders to play in this new space, so much the better. I think the timeline is a very difficult one. I don't think we have an option not to start today, because every day we leave it's a day that we don't have. But at the same time, I think we need to be practical and pragmatic about how quickly we can change the system. And perhaps the thing we need to work on is a series of steps which take us on the journey from where we are today to where we would like to be in 10 to 15 years' time, and ensure that those steps are understood by everybody that needs to try and help change happen. Well, for those who know me, I've been working on this agenda for a long time with many others, including Bob Eccles, and I suppose I have a dogged determination that I'm not going to give up now. But if I'm honest, I feel more optimistic today than I ever have done that change can happen, that for a variety of reasons a number of things have come together. The financial crisis is one example of it, but there are many other things that are coming together which make me more optimistic than ever that we can achieve our goal.